This video is very triggering for real estate agents, so it's rated R, especially for off-the-plan real estate agents. Sneaky. So before I go to the drawing board, I have a lot of clients that have been contacting me through TikTok, and this is like the fifth time that it has happened with these type of purchases. So basically every 2 out of 5 clients that contact me through TikTok and then want me to become their broker, they have an off-the-plan that's settling in 2 months, or they purchased a turnkey, which basically is it has never been lived in before and it can be settled right now. Most of those guys are first home buyers in New South Wales. They buy off the plan, never been lived in before, they get a $10,000 grant. And if it's under $650,000, which is most likely the case over here, they get no stamp duty. And out of 50% of these people that contact me, the first home buyers, they haven't found anything yet, but they're looking into buying a turnkey property, which means it's built brand new, that satisfies the $10,000 grant. And they're asking me, how do they deal with their agents? About 7 out of 10 agents are doing this at the moment with my clients. Say they found a property in Sydney off the plan, ready to go, and one of the units, the contract for sale, is about, say, $600,000. So we have my client over here and they got a pre-approval with me already. So they are dealing with these OPREs, which I call them off-the-plan real estate agents. I'll call them OPRE. So all my OPRE plays 2 games with them, and this is what they're offering. So these OPREs do these naughty tactics. So number one is, for example, if they want to sell this property for $600,000, what they tell the client is, let's put the contract for $630,000 or $640,000, but I'll give you a $30,000 to $40,000 kickback underneath the table. Number 2 OPRE naughty tactic is that they'll offer to pay $3,000 to $5,000 under the table as well towards the client's solicitor, just to cover the solicitor costs. And I think these OPRE watch too much Grant Cardone or Tony Robbins sales motivation videos, and they come off really aggressive. So they're like, hey, you want to buy this property? Oh, by the way, I'll give you $30,000 under the table. Oh, by the way, I'll pay for your solicitor costs, okay? You want to buy it? And my client's like, whoa, what the F? That sounds pretty sus. And they call me. And then me and the client are wondering, well, why is this agent so desperate? And I find that a lot of noob agents, they're in the industry for like 1 or 3 years, they're not really well versed or matured in sales, because the more keen you are to sell someone this and throwing perks just out of the park without even the negotiation process seems pretty dodgy. Now, just between me and you, complete transparency of the industry, this is why they do it. So if I don't post a video tomorrow, you know what happened to me, 6 feet deep. So there's 3 reasons why these OPREs do this. Number 1 is that they keep the value of the property up. For example, when the bank goes to do a valuation, the valuation is not too low because it's propped up at $630,000 to $640,000. And number 2 is they can show off to the developer and tell them, hey, I sold it for such a high value, and get a big commission split. This is the 3rd sinister reason. These very smart, naughty OPREs about 2 to 3 years ago, when they heard about the off-the-plan being built, they actually purchased one of these units. And sometimes these OPREs buy about 2 to 3 of them. So out of the block of units, when they heard about it, they go and purchase at a very low price for these 3 units, for example, with this OPRE over here. And then they put a put and call option. Then there has been a crackdown of these type of put and call options. So the government demands that you pay double stamp duty when you buy it and when you transfer it. Right now, these OPREs are just buying it under their names. For this example, this OPRE might have bought one of these properties at $500,000 each. Then you might be saying, where did they get that cash to put down the deposit? Well, let me show you. Simply go to this website and get a deposit bond. So they get a quote, and then they probably cost them about $4,000 to $5,000, and then they apply for a deposit bond. Then they get a DP, which is deposit bond, to purchase these properties and then sign a contract under their name for a minimum deposit. So let's do the math. So they buy one, that's about $5,000 to $8,000 for the deposit bond in terms of the costs over the 12 months or 24 months. And then they have to pay stamp duty, which is about $20,000, 4% of the purchase price. Just say the holding cost of doing this is about $30,000. These OPREs are very patient animals. So basically they wait and fast forward, and then they meet my client, which is the first home buyer, and they sell it to them for $600,000. What's the simple math of $600,000 minus $500,000? That's $100,000 profit. But wait, what about the holding cost, Q? Yes, minus $30,000, that's $70,000. And what about the discount they've given over here? Well, minus $30,000, that's $40,000. What about the solicitor cost over here? Minus $5,000, they pocket $35,000. Yes, very unethical, but not illegal. Now, that's just a junior OPRE. Let me talk about a seasoned OPRE. I have a mate that is in the North Shore selling a Darlinghurst property off the plan. He's pocketing at least $250 net expenses. Woo! And there you have it, guys. Welcome to the Hogwarts of off-the-plan wizardry. So tell me what you think, you simple muggles. What do you think of these wizardry OPREs? Jump in the comments. I'd love to read them.